Hello, I'm AgitatedCrane, and I guess that was not final episode. I guess we are getting chapter 14, and I guess based on the cutscene we got, it almost feels like we are far from the end of the game. Like it almost feels like there is still a huge chunk ahead. Oh well, okay. Pierce finally met Leviathan, in flesh and blood. The monstrous creature submitted him to a series of ordeals, at the end of which he decided that the detective was ready to face his destiny. Pierce blew up the whaling station, and after a final confrontation with Leviathan, he passed out.
The voice. I can't hear the voice anymore.
So then, what are we doing now? We will try to free the Leviathan, I guess. How? Where? Oh. Can we stealth boys? No, we cannot. I guess I'm not feeling that well. And I'm guessing there is not going to be any loot in here. I'm guessing that's the whale station. In flames, okay. So are we somewhere under Hawkins Manor, I think, maybe? Could be, could be. Would make sense, I feel like.
Trapped. Keep going.
My God.
This way. Stand up. Walk.
So then, truth is something different from Leviathan, right? Because Leviathan is clearly Leviathan.
Is somebody there? Hey. Who are you?
Is that a guy in yellow robes?
Where am I? No. I
No?
don't have time to go back. I must
Okay.
go to Sarah.
That is a Leviathan.
The miraculous catch was a trap. Leviathan wanted to be found.
Oh. Really? Did he expect to be eaten though?
To our fallen crew members. They have given their lives for a greater purpose. The last name added is that of Charles Hawkins. I'm willing to bet that they killed all the survivors of the miraculous catch.
Well, I mean, I killed Fuller, so the only one remaining is Fitzroy? And then the fish people themselves, either are they fish people or are they sailors as well? I'm not stepping into the circle, fuck you. What is this? Not Shambler again. That looks nothing like me.
It will soon be time, Edward Pierce.
You are dead. None of this is real. I saw you dead, as I see you now. Am I crazy too?
You survived. Don't you understand? You couldn't die. You will stay alive until you've fulfilled your destiny.
No!
Look at me. Look at me, Pierce. Dare tell me that you still don't believe it.
Well, the filler did dose me with what do you call them? With the oil, right? I mean, we have to, right?
Cthulhu Ilya.
When I was 8, my little brother fell from the apple tree. He was bleeding. I took care of him. That very day, I decided to become a doctor. I never reneged on my oath. That's what led me to Darkwater. The people here needed me. I died
Reneged?
trying to save one of them. Help me give them a second chance.
That's a new word.
Embrace the power of this sleeping god.
You're out of your mind.
It's not just your life that is at stake. Many men and women have sacrificed themselves for this moment.
Colden!
You will not deprive them of their hope of a better life.
I saw what Leviathan did to Fulham. We will all die like him.
His life was written well before it started. It was not predetermined that he lived to see the call. But you? Yes. It is your destiny.
Hold on. I have to move my squeaky chair. So I'm a little bit torn inside, if you will. I have been playing the last section where I have been refusing to do stuff that they wanted me to do. But here I really want to do insane options, to choose insane options, which I'm not sure it like gels, and I think it will fuck up my destiny or whatever the butterfly effect that they have here. Because in previous section I feel like I was resisting, and in this section I feel like I'm giving in. But I mean, fuck it, right?
This painting. The investigation. I understand now. Like you, I was called here by a higher power.
Yes. All your choices had the sole purpose of preparing you for the final decision.
I must make a choice.
Not just make a choice. The right choice.
Not yet, but soon. We have one more thing to accomplish.
What is it?
I must take you to Sarah Hawkins, our oracle.
Like in the... I feel like I should be refusing. Like resisting this shit. Like that is the better story. But this doesn't feel like resisting the shit. This feels just like unrelated question.
Sarah, I feel her calling me. Let us not wait any longer.
Not yet. You have one last thing to accomplish.
No, please. I can't do it.
Do you understand what it is?
She has already fulfilled her mission. Worry about your own.
No. No.
No one can fight your fate. Neither them, nor you.
I should have drunk more.
Shut up! Silence! Stop! Go away! Stop!
Don't resist, Edward. They're already dead. There's nothing you can do. Just give in.
What happened to me? Sarah. I must go to Sarah. She is the Oracle. She will know what to do.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I am a little bit confused by the game. And I can't even, like, point
This
out...
comes back to the Scylla. It was where it all began.
I can't really even point out what is bothering me. It's just like... I feel like narrative is not that tight. Like it either... Does it change directions? I don't know. Maybe because the game is made by Cyanide, I think, right? And Cyanide are like French, if I'm not mistaken, or at the very least they are somehow affiliated with spiders and stuff like that. I could be mistaken, but I think that is the case, and I think because of that it's not. I don't want to say polished, but the storyline sort of, I don't know. I can't put it into words what is wrong. It's just the feeling that I have, like stuff just happens and it doesn't make sense to me. Like even though I haven't played for a while, I still like remember the progression. I called the story in the very beginning that they caught the whale and they are eating it, but now we have this where I'm not sure if I'm resisting or I'm giving in. Like, who am I resisting? Am I resisting the fueler and people who caught the Leviathan, or am I resisting the Leviathan? At the same time, am I like doing insane options, or am I doing occult options that give me more information? I don't know. And the story itself, like the girl that just showed up, he said she was dead. I don't remember her being dead. But even if she was, then I don't know. I guess I'm right that because it's not like because it's made by people whose primary writing skills are in English. I think they are more accustomed to writing in French. Then perhaps that is the issue. But even then, I think maybe they just don't have that great writers. I'm sorry, guys. I love you to that, but it lacks something. It just something doesn't work. After a final confrontation, Pierce must go to Alabaster Point where Sarah Hawkins is supposed to be waiting for him. There he must make decision that could change the destiny of the world. Like even here, right, the last sentence, I don't think that comma has to be there. There he must make decisions that could... Like when I read it, I don't read it with comma. There he must make decisions that could change the destiny of the world. There he must... I don't know. Just... something is not right. And it's not Cthulhu's fault. Where are we?
Reality as you know it stops here.
Great.
None of this makes sense.
Go. She is waiting.
So this is better, right? In previous chapter we had these visions that I really didn't like, but now where we are in like dream world, which seems like we are in, that is better.
What have they done to me?
Come on.
Oh!
Mr. Pierce, I was expecting you.
Fuller, you died in front of my eyes.
Don't jump to conclusions. Is there not the tiniest spark of a scientific mind inside of that detective skull of yours?
What abject substance did you use to turn her into an empty shell?
Abject substance. The serum extracted from Leviathan's oil bestows the power of life. To me, my body is nothing but the mortal vessel of my conscience. To you, it contains more answers and secrets than your insignificant mind can grasp.
Okay. So, and like that scene, it honestly served no purpose. Oh.
You can barely stand up, and yet here you are. You never give up.
That is not you. Not anymore. Not since your disappearance on the docks.
Ah, detective. So easy to fool you. So eager to rush to the rescue of a woman in distress.
You won't make me regret having tried to save people. I did what I could. Even for Colden.
Your efforts to change your destiny
although in vain make you worthy of the fate that is yours. The day has come. You will be asked to choose.
What did I miss? I don't remember Golden Dying. Was that in the hospital? Like, I remember we played as her, I think, and she was investigating something, and then I was looking for her. Did I find her dead? I don't remember. I think she got caught, right? By Fuller. Man, I'm happy I'm recording this because I will have to rewatch the last couple of episodes to figure out what happened and why I don't remember it.
You took everything from me. Wife, life, destiny. You forsook your right to a normal life the moment you chose power over humanity. No one wants to see such an unbearable sight. You don't have the slightest idea of what you speak, of what I've been through. I have sacrificed my life to the one who sleeps. My marriage, my family, my own flesh. Why didn't Sarah choose me? Why is it your damn face on her painting?
All right. I'm looking for words because I feel like this is not what Cthulhu stuff is for me. And I say for me because I don't want to say I'm like a huge fan of Cthulhu because I haven't really read them that much. But I have my some, how should I put it? Like Cthulhu stuff is leaking in the all forms of entertainment. You have Cthulhu parts in games, in movies, in other books, and the way it is portrayed here, I like it in places, but in other places like this, where we have some, like, I don't know, what would I even call it? Hallucinations, I guess. That's when that's the part that I don't really like. And as I said, it's hard to explain because again, I haven't read that many of Lovecraft stories. But what I know, what my, I guess, understanding of old god stuff is not this. Like paintings were fun. The fact that they caught Leviathan and started eating him, that's also cool. the experimentations, paintings, all that stuff works, but now what is happening with my character, I'm not quite sure it portrays insanity, and well, I guess what is insanity then, right? Like maybe it's not, like maybe my issue is not with the way Cthulhu is utilized here, but the way insanity is. I don't know. Like I feel like insanity was better portrayed in first layers of fear. And then was it even insanity there? I don't remember. Oh. Anyway, I'm going into dangerous territory, I guess. I'm not really getting my point across, I feel like, and I'm just delaying whatever this is, and I guess lowering my street credit by telling everyone that I have read like only a couple of Lovecraft stories.
But you already know it. I can see that you will make the right choice.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your fear of the unknown and your stupid pride cloud your judgment. Quit lying to yourself and embrace your destiny. It's not cowering that brought you those medals. None of this is real. Trust your guts.
If nothing's real, what are you?
I am a projection of your mind. What remains of that instinct that pulled you out of the trenches. Don't listen to them. They're too dangerous for your tired mind.
Okay, so yeah, I was right. It's portrayal of insanity. Their portrayal is like they are telling me stuff that they should be showing, and that I should be learning on my own. Like here we had the conversation between two of my aspects or whatever, but yeah, it doesn't work. It's not something that you have to explain to me. It's something that that has to be, again, I feel like they're sorry, their writers are not quite there. And I don't really like to criticize them because honestly my writing is probably worse than theirs. But you can see that it's
right there.
It's
I'm almost there.
It's not elegant, I guess. Like this is cool, right? But I guess now we will have like some character appear and explain shit to us, which is not needed. Okay, so she's drawing something, right?
Here you are at last, Truth Seeker.
She was waiting for you.
You were waiting for me.
Yes. When I finally discovered the truth, I knew you would come. All this time I was fighting it, afraid of what I might discover, but I was afraid of myself.
It's coming.
What did you learn?
Listen to me, Edward Pierce, as I will deliver the truth.
And these options, like, they don't make sense to me. Okay, occultism is locked, but you are lost is... What does it tell me about occultism? This is because I'm insane. This option unlocks because I'm insane. I have no idea what it's going to be. It's probably giving in to the insanity which we don't want. And then are you crazy is shit option because it's not like resisting, it's just being like, you know, when what should I compare it to? It's like in urban fantasy, for example, where people who are not familiar with fantasy parts, like normal people, when they discover something unnatural, they act retarded very often. Like they don't accept the new reality, that what is happening. They're just asking questions like, "Are you crazy?" And this what it seems like. So my options are either giving into insanity or being or just rejecting the reality, I guess.
Look around you. Everything is falling apart. You must stop this madness.
I can't make that choice. This will be your decision. One man only, prepared by the trials and revelations, holds the power to change the world. Because I saw you in the dreams I share with my God. I recognize you for what you are, a truth seeker. One of the rare humans who is able to perceive fragments of his mind.
Yes, yes.
I feel the truth in your words.
Because it was written. Or, as I like to see it, painted on the canvas of fate.
Pierce, help me! Silence!
This choice is silly as well.
Stelzner for target Shagawa. Your Stelzner for target Shagawa.
The options were basically color options in Mass Effect. But like it wasn't... Nah. And that's the end, I guess. Okay, so what did I mean by Mass Effect options? The options were do this or do this. And what did my choices from before actually did to affect any of my options? Like, as I said, I'm not sure I'm not sure I had unified responses in each chapter. Like in some chapters I resisted the influence, in others I embraced occult and stuff like that. As yeah, they are French. I'm pretty sure they are French. So, and this song is probably copyrighted, but thankfully I'm now on my site and not on YouTube, so it shouldn't trigger automatically, and if they have issues with me narrating through it, they can contact me. So in Mass Effect you had this complex story where you were making choices throughout the 3 installments of the game, right? In Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, and then in the end, nothing literally mattered. You had option to select whatever you wanted, which at one point, I mean, at one hand, it actually makes sense that you can make whatever the choice you want, but at the same time, it means that none of the other choices before did mattered, right? In here, it's similar, but at the same time, what I would have liked to see is not options which said like disrupt the ritual or proceed with the ritual. Okay, cutscene.
We doubled the dosage as you asked us to, Doctor.
Good, thank you.
And what was that? The options what I would have liked to see are options where you don't know what the result would be, and which is sort of opposite to what I was what I like to say in role-playing games, where options, the text that they often show you doesn't match what you will actually say. Mass Effect is known, for example, for doing this, where you would have options like I don't know what would be the example. Well, basically, it would show you the sentence, and from that sentence you would say, okay, that's a reasonable response, and then when you pick the response, it's suddenly, okay, fuck you, I'm going to shoot you, which is not a reasonable response. And this happens in RPG games often. What I like in RPG games is what Gothic did. And by the way, we will play Gothic on the site eventually. Gothic actually showed you the sentence that the character is going to say. In here, what I would have liked to see is not in the sense of dialogue, what you will do. The choices here, I feel like they should have been more vague. Like, if you pick this choice, you don't know if you are releasing Cthulhu or if you are locking him in. If you are I don't know, killing him or releasing him or keeping him captive or whatever. But that goes back to the writing issue I had with the issue I had with this game, with its writing. Like it should have been vague. The idea of eldritch horror is that you have no idea what is going on. You cannot comprehend it. If you try, you would lose your sanity. So in here, okay, this ritual does this. This ritual does this. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I would have much rather seen something like this. Let's, for example, say she has a painting where she has Leviathan painted on it, and as you see the painting and you see the dagger on the ground, you have option to either destroy the painting or I don't know, destroy the dagger, and then from the game, let's say you don't know if destroying the painting releases the Leviathan or locks him in his dimension and he can't cross through the painting, right? That's what I would have much rather seen, the uncertainty of your decision. And then the ending here, the post-credits scene would have made more sense, I guess. Well, probably not. Fuller is apparently alive, which fine. He has his oil, right? But then is Leviathan still imprisoned? I guess he is, right? I didn't release him, so he's imprisoned, so people are still eating him. Yeah. I don't know. My overall feel about the game, that's what I usually do when I finish the game. So far we have done only 2 of them. So my overall feeling about the game, I like the visuals, I like the idea, the main story, and I mean here concept, is great. I love it. The concept that they found the Leviathan, they imprisoned him, they started eating him because they didn't have other food. They started using his oil for paintings, for various sheets. The Doctor is experimenting with the oil, with immortality and stuff like that. All of that is great. I think where it falls flat is the structure of the story, because at some point it takes a turn, right? We have been looking for clues about Sarah, and then we found her, okay? And then one of the fish people was hunting us, but it turns out that he was protecting Sarah because Sarah is this oracle. That twist felt like it came out of nowhere, like it didn't make sense, because Charles, I don't know, he felt like one of the founding fathers. Then why did he drag this woman from France when he saw that she's drawing, and he knew that they are looking for artists? Maybe he didn't care at first, then he fell in love, but then I don't know. It's I think it lacks polish is correct assessment of the situation. I think if they gave writers another month, I think they could have shuffled some shit about, and it would have been better. Because writing is a craft, right? And in crafting, you can't you create a rough model, for example, but then you have to fix it a little bit to make it better, to polish it literally. So that I think that's what the story problem here is, that it's not polished. Another problem that I have with the story is that we have characters explaining stuff to us, which should not be happening ever. We should have been like when we were finding notes from about the miraculous catch and stuff like that. That was great, but then why did Leviathan show up to us in a cell and started talking with us? That was sort of meh, right? Another issue, as I mentioned before, the insanity sequences. I think they were done better in Layers of Fear than here. In here it was again, it's hard to explain because like I'm not expert at these things, and if I did it, I probably would have done it worse. But insanity is not just like floor missing from from factory, right? It's more like how I think it would have been cooler if you investigated some shit, like for example in a library you investigated something and you found there some clues about Cthulhu and stuff like that, but then you found out that all that you were investigating there you were doing in like your mind or whatever. So it's not, I think it should be more subtle or more like PT is a great example as well, right? In there you are just going through that one hole and compare it to stuff in here, you have what? You have an empty room where you have a choice to either take pills or don't take pills, which ultimately I don't think actually matters based on the last decision we made. I don't know, maybe the choices... I don't know how, if this game has multiple endings. The ending actually seemed very rushed, like it, I think it ended in 1 second, like I decided to not go through with the ritual, I shoot the guy, and the other guy quickly recites some verses and it's done. That seems strange, right? So I don't know how many endings it had. I'm not sure if your like choices matter. I think they do. I think if you don't drink, for example, I think drinking is like one of the most common choices you can do in the game. If you don't drink and if you refuse insane options, I guess, if you stick with your sanity and try to resist the madness, then I guess you would get a different post-credits scene where you are not in the where you are not locked in Riverside, for example. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm babbling at this point. I'm not sure I have anything else to say. It's just... As I said, I think it just lacks polish. Otherwise, the plot is fine. Even the madness could be excused if it was handled a little bit better. So yeah, I guess that is that. I've been Agitated Crane, and look forward to other games on the site. Don't forget to subscribe to the site. I guess the next horror game that we are going to play is going to be The Sinking City, if it comes out. Okay, anyway, I've been Agitated Crane, goodbye. Thank you for watching the video, I hope you were entertained. Consider subscribing to my site. My plan is to play through a lot of games, both new, old and maybe even ancient. I would also like to start writing a blog regularly about movies, TV shows, books, comic books and hell, whatever else comes to my mind, I guess. Since I'm trying to be a writer and game developer as well, I will try to post some of my short stories or updates about games that I'm currently working on. But don't worry, if you subscribe, I won't spam you with all of that. I will be sending out an update when I start a new playthrough with mention which game was finished before, so you will know which game just got finished and can be binged without waiting for the next episode, and you will know which game I'm playing currently and if it will interest you. And I guess I will occasionally throw in a blog post that I'm very passionate about and really want you to read. This is mostly about some news that really concerns me. So yeah, subscribe. I've been Agitated Crane. Goodbye.